Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my dray. I'm really glad you stopped by. I really hope you'll stay. I've got 39 minutes before I run out of thing. So we're gonna speed run. I've got Dollarama. I'm wearing the uh, EU People shirt from Temu. I actually have a few things that I'm tucking into a box to send to my daughter for the baby and her family. And so they are in Dollarama. So we're gonna go because I get some really cool stuff to tell you. These things are phenomenal. They are butter and cheddar twists. They're like little crunchy breadsticks, and since I eat a lot of dal, I kind of use them as spoons. They are, I've forgotten how much they are. $2.50, and it's a nice size pack. So I got 3 of them because I don't get to Dollarama very often, and Instacart's just getting too expensive. Got another one of these, $2.75. They are nice. They're, if you're new to the channel, I'm excited when I say that. They are, they're not terribly sweet. There's little chocolate, they're white cakes, they got chocolate filling and no frosting. So they're slightly healthier than some. Now, these, you know very well, are for baking. And occasionally dropping for squirrels. They're $1.50 for this, what is it, 70 grams. They are actually really good for baking and whatever else, you know, you would use walnuts for, but I tend to give them to the little furry babies out there. Now, speaking of babies, this is going to my grandson. Isn't he cute? He's $4 or $4.50. Yeah, $4.25. Cute. Maybe a little grumpy. But we are going to put the cute side, the happy face side out. I got one of these for my son-in-law too a couple of years ago that he could put in his car on the dashboard. But no, baby gets this one. And we got the box there ready to go. This is an unnecessary treat that I really didn't need to get. That's for my friend down the hall. Because they like brownies, but if I buy a box of them, I tend to eat them too. And I don't want to eat them. Oh, this may not fit in the box. I got this. It's $4.75. I might have to take it out of the box or repack or something. It's a plaster, make a mold of your hand. I was hoping that my daughter, they would do this for the baby, maybe as a little footy or something. Handprint plaster kit. That I would collect it from them when I finally get out there to visit, so that I can make a silicone mold of his little hand, and then make some resin pendants and stuff like that. So yeah, $4.75. Hopefully it hopefully it works. Hopefully it fits in the box. Well, we should put it out there just in case. Well, I know it'll fit down one side anyway. Indulged myself today. They're $2 for 3 pieces. The Lindor mints. One for me and one for my friend. And I have found, I was in this discussion with my kid the other night on the phone. I have thrown out 2 loaves of bread. They just went rock hard, moldy in the fridge. I ate like 1 or 2 slices, and then that's all I can sort of tolerate before it starts getting like yucky. And my kid came up with the genius idea of, well, just buy some buns and freeze the other ones. So I'm gonna try that because I can. My fridge is really stuffed, and a full. I just sort of fit them here and there through. Anyway, I'm gonna try them. Plus, I do make the like really runny sloppy joes now and then. And oh, there's the last bag of the twists. I got 4 of them. I like them a lot better than the ones from No Frills and Food Basics. They're actually really good and cheaper. Got another pack of these because I am insisting I am going to get my closet clean. They are jumbo storage bags, Ziploc bags, and they are huge. They're $2.75 for 2 of them, and they are big. I've got all of my winter boots in one. I've got all of my purses in another one. Yeah, one of my daughter's favorite little snacky goodies is Tootsie Rolls. So I'm going to send her some Tootsie Roll midgies. Just the little single ones, because she's not supposed to have a lot of sugar and treats and stuff like that. But when it's like the little ones like that, it's easier to push and control. So we tell ourselves. Want to try some pudding again. Things are changing taste-wise, and some things are improving. So I'm just keeping an eye on the time because I really got some cool things to tell you. Anyway, yeah, what is it? $2.50 or something like that for 4 packs of the snack pack pudding. And if I can't eat them, first of all, they'll last for a while, and secondly, my neighbor will enjoy them. So 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. $3.75 for 4 of these storage containers. Betty Crocker, they are 4 and the lids. 1,200 milliliters. I don't know what that is. Oh, 24 ounces. They hold a lot. But, yeah. So when I make the big thing of doll, I can, stretch it out a little bit more than... And... it's time for a new one. Litter catcher. These ones are okay. This was $3.50. I've got the one, right now I've got the one that's like 2 layers, and it's got kind of a honeycomb top, and then you can lift it up and pour out the litter into the garbage. But it's getting old and grubby, and they didn't have any, but I wanted to put a new clean one down for her, and these ones are pretty good. They've got this sort of, it looks like gray spaghetti. But the litter gets trapped in there. It's almost as effective as the other one. So, and then every, I don't know, 6 months or so, I will just completely change the litter box, like just the whole box. So I did get this one. It's $4, and then tonight I will completely change her whole litter box and litter. And the last thing, really exciting stuff here. $1.50 for a Palmolive Essential Clean Orange dish soap. Forgot what it was called. Anyway, so that's my haul. That is Dollarama. Love that store. I love it when I can get there because Instacart is ridiculously expensive. The service fee that they charge to shop at Dollarama for this whole one was almost $16. just for the service fee, and then there's the tip, and then there's the taxes and the bag, and there's tax on the service fee, tax on the items, tax on it. Put it this way, it cost, oops, it cost me almost $90 to do a $60 shop. So, and that's not including the tip. I never include the tip because that's a given. Anyway, I mean, I really appreciate that they're out there to be able to use them, but it's one of those things. I do the great big one once a month, and then if I need other things and my friend needs other things, we'll do another one. But yeah, it's annoying. Anyway, so okay, we're at 11 minutes. Took 11 minutes to haul all that stuff. It's going to take me 11 days to put it all away. So, yesterday, and I am going to post this video, the one that I'm about to talk about. There's actually two of them. They're both like a minute long. And I'm going to post them. I'm going to try and play with the YouTube studio, see if I can sort of like put them together. I have learned how to make a thumbnail. Ooh, tangy. Thumbnail pictures. So I figure if I can manage that, maybe I can learn how to splice two videos together. Then I can do some more like crafty ones, because a lot of the crafty things that I do take time, like the resin. I would do the resin, first part of the resin video, and then it has to cure, which sometimes is a full day or two, and then film the rest of it. So if I can learn how to splice two pieces together, I can do some of them. Now yesterday, I went outside. I got dressed and went to sit outside, and as soon as I got out there, I noticed a little tiny, teeny, tiny squirrel. Body is about 4 inches long, like head to butt, about 4 inches. Tail was another like 3 or 4 inches. Tiny little thing, maybe 10 weeks, or 10 to 12 weeks old, according by like size, and no mama in sight. Which always kind of worries me, because we do have hawks here. We do have crows and ravens and things that like to eat little other animals. So I was kind of worried that, that was rude, that there wasn't the mama around. But I was just sitting out there. It was beautiful yesterday. It was really nice. It was mild, just a teeny tiny little breeze. The sunshine was gorgeous. So I just went out and sat under my squirrel tree and saw this baby. So I, of course, started to talk to the baby, because that's what you do, right? It was in a little dip. I think there used to be some kind of marker stone there, or fence post or something, because there's this dip. Anyway, yeah, it was sitting in there eating a banana peel. Oh, thanks, Opal. What was that all about? I wish she'd give me some warning. I wish she'd give me warning when she gets the zoomies. So yeah, I was just sitting in there eating a banana peel, and I walked up a little bit closer, and this fierce little thing decided he was going to protect his banana peel, and he started to growl, and you could almost hear him. I bet you probably didn't even hear that. You could just, it was only because I was like 2 or 3 feet away that I could hear him with this really fierce, almost audible growl, protecting his little piece of banana peel. So I watched him for a while, and then I was getting a little bit worried about Mama being around. And then lo and behold, to my great joy, Mama Halftail came out of the tree. And it was quite obvious that she was the baby's mama. And the sweetest thing, I have actually only ever in my life seen it once before, and it was probably 30 years ago, or close to that, that I saw a mama squirrel nursing a baby. You know, it was just cool. Anyway, this little one was really hungry and really wanted Mama to slow down and let him or her, I don't know, have a drink. But I think she's trying to wean him because he looked about the size. She was running. Yeah. She'd stop for a second and they would tussle for a minute, and then I accidentally dropped a little walnut piece, and she sat to eat that because she caught it. She found it and she caught it, so it's only fair she got it and keep it, right? I thought, okay, she'll stand still and baby can get a drink. Worked for about 10 seconds. But, if she's trying to wean him, she knows what she's doing. Anyway, it was really sweet, and I did get some video, so I will post them as shorts. And that was my wonderful day yesterday. It was, that's why the squirrel tree is called the squirrel tree, because amazing, wonderful things happen under it. There was another little squirrel too, and I don't know if he was daddy or just a neighbor or friend or whatever, but he was sort of, playing around too. Today, while I was out waiting for my Dollarama haul, shop, Pinky was out. Now, Pinky's the one that, when I first met him, like about a year and a half ago, his nose was all raw, like scraped up, so he had this cute little pink nose, and so I called him Pinky. And he was there today, so I was talking with him, and then another one came out, and a little younger. He's a little smaller. I had maybe 6 or 7 months, definitely like a young adult or adolescent or whatever you call them, smaller than a full-grown squirrel, but very, very sweet. And so I was sitting there talking to them, and a fellow came by. He was delivering a prescription or something to someone, and he went in and made his delivery, and then on the way out he says, "So these squirrels are your friends?" And I kind of was waiting for like some kind of comment, and I said, "Yeah, I really love the squirrels. That's very sweet." And he goes, "I know. You can't help but feel happy when you look at them." And I thought, be still my heart. Is it true? Somebody else who loves squirrels? Didn't this guy sit down on the step with me and start talking to them? And I introduced Pinky, and I said, I'm not really familiar with this other little guy, but the one that he's missing some fur from scrapping and so on and so forth. It's coming back nicely, though. I'm not worried about him. I said, "This is Pinky," and told him how the story of Pinky. And this guy sat there for like 10 minutes, just talking about squirrels, talking to the squirrels. And it was just such a joyful moments. He was just sort of as talking to them like they were, like I do. Like I talk to them like they understand me. I don't think they do, but I talk to them like they understand me. And, or they could be like, like your dogs and cats. When you say a word often enough, like, or if you, like in Opal's case, I will spell Treat. For so many years I've been spelling it, she knows what it is when I spell it now. But he's a smart little kitty cat. But anyway, like Pinky, if I call Pinky, Pinky turns his head, and he will come over. And he will come and sit with me whether I've got a treat or not. But I shouldn't say too much because you never know who's watching these things. But it was a really amazing, wonderful little time waiting, waiting for my delivery to come, and then having this like complete stranger have this little weird squirrel connection. It was nice. And he said goodbye to them when he left. And I mean, he had other deliveries to make, I suppose. But, he said goodbye to me, and then said goodbye to Pinky, and said goodbye to the other one. And I don't know, just made me really, really happy. It's like, whatever happens now for the rest of the day, I'm happy because I met another squirrel lover. Then my delivery came, and the shopper was actually a very good shopper. I really did. There was a few things that weren't where they should have been in the store, and he asked somebody in the sales, where can I find this, or where can I find that, or do you have it in the back? And a really good shopper, very friendly and polite and pleasant, and again was curious because I was still sitting out there, talking to the squirrels, and he said, "Do you sit and talk to them all the time?" And I said, "Pretty much. They're just little souls that enjoy company sometimes too." And he said, "Yeah, I guess so. I never really looked at it that way." He says, "I don't like pigeons. They cause trouble." And I said, "Well, squirrels cause trouble too. They chew through things, and they're not, they're adorable, but they're not idyllic little animals." And I said, "But then people cause trouble too." And he goes, "You're right." So we had that little conversation about squirrels. It was a really squirrely day today. And I think you could probably tell I'm like super bubbly. I'm so excited. I was going to go sit and see if the baby is out in the back, but I am a little tired. It's still early though. I might just lay down and have a little bit of a rest and watch some cartoons, and then go out after supper for a half an hour or so. Just want to see if the baby's out there. And Mama Halftail is the one that last late summer, early fall, she lost about half of her tail. And as it started to heal, it had this white fuzz, and I was worried that it was some kind of like fungus or infection. And spent a couple of days watching her, and it turned out the fur was growing in at the end of her tail over the wound, but it grew in white. So she's this lovely little black squirrel with a white tip on her tail. And she's very sweet, and she's the baby's mama. So, but I called her Mama Halftail. I'm going to call the baby Banana, because I will never forget how fiercely it defended that little piece of banana peel. They had to come up and find out if banana peel was like a safe thing for them to eat, because I'd never really seen or heard of it before, but apparently it's not going to hurt them. It's not, necessarily great for them, but if they didn't like it, they wouldn't eat it. Kind of like human kids. So, that was the day. Yesterday and today. Awesome days. Squirrel-wise, shopping-wise. I got all my groceries in for a couple of weeks now. I got all my Dollarama stuff in for a couple of weeks, unless I get a chance to get up there. There's always, a couple of little crafty things that I'll want to buy. Excuse me. Oh man, that is tangy. But, yeah. So it was a lovely, lovely day. And I got some of the nicest comments on a couple of my videos. I want to thank you for leaving the comments and leaving the likes, and I haven't gotten any dislikes yet. But every time I see it, when I'm really happy, I giggle. Grandson was born, I giggled. See the baby squirrels, I giggled. I see these lovely comments from hopefully subscribers. I know one did say that they were a new subscriber, but visitors, and it just It made me giggle. You make me happy, people. So I am really glad that you stopped by. And I do hope that you keep coming by. And I am going to go make some tomato soup because I've got all of my yummy cheese twists. Somebody told me that you could make cheese chips, like where you fry little pieces of cheese till they get all crispy, and then you can like pick them up and use them like chips with pizza sauce or whatever. I'm gonna try making them just for fun. I bought a big block of cheese now, and my friend's decided that he doesn't like cheese, and it's still one of those things that's kind of iffy on my diet list. Okay, keeping it, because I haven't gone through my gallery to clear out all the videos and, excuse me, pardon me, videos and pictures and stuff, pardon me. So I have to do that because this is an old phone and I'm running out of room. So I gotta transfer some things and make some more room, and then we'll do that. Anyway, for real and for true, I'm glad you stopped by. I really hope you'll come back. Hope you'll subscribe and leave likes and comments and make me giggle. And I'll see you the next time something wonderful happens. Okay? Bye.